What up YouTube, we right back at it with another classic content video. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe button. This is the story of one of Baton Rouge's most notorious youngsters. Two teenagers were unalive in a barrage of gunfire, a targeted unaliving police believe was part of dispute between gangs. Demetrian Grimm was arrested and booked into jail on murder charges Thursday. There will likely be other arrests. Police said the investigation was still active and would not elaborate in a news conference Thursday afternoon.
What it do, YouTube? Bleedas and takeover, you heard me? What it do? We in the building, you heard me? #1 content creator, y'all smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, you heard me? We in the building with it, you heard me? Y'all see it, you heard me? You know how it go. What it do, YouTube? Y'all smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, go and subscribe to the channel. #1 content creator, you heard me? You know, 2026 Louisiana takeover. We taking over 2026. Best content, gonna run them subscribers up. Let's gonna get to 1,000 subscribers, you heard me? Over 4,000 watch hours, you know, so we can do it how it's supposed to be done and step on these haters' neck, you heard me? That's a lot of wicked. Hold on, YouTube. Y'all tap in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We down to take over. You heard me? We in the trap with it. You heard me? They know where we at. They know we on location. You heard me? You know we ain't ducking no wrecks. You heard me? We ain't got no picks. Ain't nobody bigger than the program. This is not no whack 100. You know, Clubhouse. You know, we ain't doing none of that. Adam 22, no Vlad TV. You heard me? Everything is allegedly. This video is for entertainment purpose use only. This is entertainment. Do not try this at home, because I'm telling you, you hear me, you might get hurt, because we really be out here in the streets, in the field with it, with our subscribers, with our fans, you hear me, with the people, you hear me, we really in the trenches with it, you hear me, we in Louisiana, you know, it go down, you hear me, you know, can't trust nothing, they be hating, you hear me, you know. Half of them ain't got no good education, half of them can't read or write, don't know 10 times 1, you heard me, it's so pathetic, you heard me. The drugs that took over, half of them on that fatty, half of them on that, you know, window shield, you know. Half of them don't know whether they coming or going. Man, it's real in the field, man. Go and subscribe to the channel. Louisiana takeover. Is this the realest, illest content? YouTuber. You know, to do it in 2026, you heard me? We gonna show them how it's supposed to be done, you heard me? From uptown across the track, y'all already know how it go. HMF, we in the building, shout out, you know, they already know what it be like, you heard me? You know, bees up, you know, they already know big B's, tall P's, you heard me? They already know we keeping it red over here. When we keep it real, you know, that's keeping it red. And like you can catch that, you heard me? You know, but yeah, though, that's another story. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all know how it go. Yeah, we in Louisiana with it. Most of these content creators don't even be in Louisiana. They'll be nowhere near Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Shreveport, Monroe, Alexandria, DeRidder, Ville Platte, Marksville. They don't be nowhere. Bossier City, Tallulah. You know, they don't be nowhere. Ferry, they do not be nowhere. They don't know what's going on. They just guessing and, you know, pretending, you know, getting false information from people that ain't in the field, that ain't in the streets, that ain't connected to nobody, to no places in where these people from they reporting on, you hear me? This Louisiana takeover. We be everywhere, you hear me? We really be in the streets with it, you know, from the streets to the pen. We get it in, you hear me? Free all the ones out the back, you hear me? From Catahoula, you know, to Highway 15, you know, Rivers, you know, all the way to LCC, you know, Tensau, you know, to Lola, you know. We could keep going and keep going. DCI, you know. Yeah, free all of them. RC2, Rapids, you know. DC3, you know. DC2, you know. Vols, you know, free everybody, you know. East Baton Rouge, Orleans Parish, East Carroll, you know. It's real in the field out here in Louisiana. That's why I don't know why y'all want to be in Louisiana making these YouTube videos like that. Y'all know what's going to go down. Y'all know it ain't no pics, you know. You know, anybody can get it. You know, rapper, trapper, celebrity, well, you know, we ain't going to say that. But, you know, it can go down, you know. They ain't got no pics, you know. Anywhere can go down, you know. From the grocery store all the way to the house store, you know. Y'all tap in. Yeah, you know, shout out to them other YouTubers, you heard me? That's doing their thing out here from Louisiana, holding it down. From Uncle Bang to High Boy Major to Gangsta OG Giggity to all the ones out New Orleans doing they podcast, you heard me? All the way to the ones in Streetport, Alexandria, you know. But, you know, 318 Jonesville, Louisiana, we taking over, you heard me? That 318 Jonesville, Louisiana, we taking over, you hear me? Y'all better go Google us, you hear me? Yeah, you know. Yeah, we taking over. We about to show you how it's done. Shout out to everything coming out that 318 Jonesville, Louisiana, that's rapping, you heard me? Yeah. I want everybody from my section to make it, you heard me? And this gonna be the platform right here. If y'all subscribe and get them subscribers up, this gonna be the platform that pull 318 Jonesville, Louisiana on the map, you heard me? You representing, you hear me? From uptown across the track from 5th Street, 6th Street, 7th Street, 8th Street, 9th Street, all the way to the 10th. From across the track, the YY Willow, from Division to E.A. Johnson Boulevard, you hear me? Yeah, it goes down. Go Hagan Street, G Street, you know, East Park, you heard me? It goes down, you heard me? Yeah, act like, you know. Yeah, shout out to all the greats. Rest in peace, Slummy Santa, T-Lo, Baller, Reggie, you know. Rest in peace to all them ones, you heard me? All the, you know, Jonesville, Catahoula legends, you heard me? Shout out to all the ones, you know, that's really out here in the field, you hear me? You know, that's doing their thing allegedly, you hear me? Because a lot of these rappers be capping, and I know it's entertainment, but a lot of y'all rappers, y'all putting false narratives out there for these people, you hear me? Y'all got these people believing y'all really carrying Draco because y'all be in the house posted up. But when people like me see you, you're riding around with the windows down, you hear me, listening to NBA, Young Boy, somebody, you hear me, you ain't even listening to your own music, and don't look like you got a rod on you, you hear me? Looking like a lick out here, looking like you got to go back in the house at a certain time because your mama got to, you know, because you look like you might be on curfew. Man, it be crazy, man. Man, don't believe these rappers. Have these rappers be crashing online, going to jail. Now look at you. Now you're going to jail, putting lipstick, putting Kool-Aid on your lips. Gotta sit down when you urinate. You hear me? Because you ain't no man. They taking your tray, they slapping you around, they, throwing your bonk in the middle of the aisle, making you check out. Deputy, you can't live. You hear me? Because you ain't cut like that. You ain't come from that cloth. You out here portraying that image. You hear me? Want to be like these other rappers. You hear me? When these other rappers really living that. Some of them, because they got homeboys that's locked up from Catahoula to DCI to Rivers, Yeah, it's real in the field. East Baton Rouge, it's real in the field. When y'all go to jail around them boys, then look what happened. Y'all don't know what to do. Y'all too friendly. Y'all want to read the books they give you. Now look, they want that same book back the same way they gave it to you. And now you can't do that. Now you're older. Now you in debt. Now they playing all kind of penitentiary mind games with you. You hear me? Just don't know this person that came and gave you something that this person that went over there and mastermind with the next person to give you something. So that other person can come to you and say what that person just gave you was his. Now you owe both of them. You not knowing they in cahoots. These is penitentiary games, but you ain't never been through that. Y'all ain't come from that cloth, but y'all want to sit there and rap like that and have these guns in your music videos talking about you shooting up blocks and ops. Man, y'all better stop, because y'all ain't nothing but cops. You look like you're ready to tell. Look like you're going to go to jail. I'm telling you, man, y'all hit that subscribe button. Louisiana Takeover. Y'all know how it's done, because y'all know how we thugging. We ain't telling, you hear me? We ain't doing none of that on this channel, you hear me? They already know how it go. We take out lick over here, you hear me? We ain't doing no crime. We accept it how it come, you hear me? Ain't nothing bigger than the program, you hear me? Yeah, we know what it go for. Y'all don't. We know what the struggle is. Y'all don't. We know it's real in the field. Y'all be out here capping and, fake rapping and fake trapping and talking about you shot this and shot that. You up the scope. Boy, you don't, man, if you up the scope, you had a police, you had a feds hot down here. Man, y'all, man, stop it, man. It sounds good, man. Go do some ABC rap. Be R&B singers, you hear me? Ain't nothing wrong with being an R&B singer. Look at Rod Wave, but he want to be a gangster out here. So, yeah, I don't know. Don't even look at Rod Wave. Just go look at, Neo or somebody. Be a singer, R&B singer, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We in Louisiana. You hear me? Where it go down, Mr. Louisiana. We holding the crown. Louisiana Takeover. Y'all know how it go. We out here by the stove. You hear me? They got it, either the go or the Joe. You hear me? Y'all know how it go. But yeah, though, in this content, we going from 318 Louisiana, you hear me? That 318 Louisiana, y'all already know Central Louisiana holding it down. You hear me? 318 Central Louisiana holding it down. But we about to go all the way down South Louisiana, all the way down to that 225 Baton Rouge, you hear me? That rack, that new Iraq, where it been 14 shootings and it have been 16 shootings in 13 days and 7 people have been unalive. You hear me? It's really real in the field. Don't get caught slipping out there on the drill. You hear me? Y'all tripping. Better stop them Xana balls, popping them fake Xana balls. You hear me? Them things stepped on and getting you stepped on, waking up at the red light, rod in your hand after you done hit up 2 people. Now look at you, because you was on them fake things. You hear me? Y'all tripping out here. Y'all tripping out here. Get it together. That's what it be. That's why the crime rate be so high in Louisiana. That's why the population in Louisiana with the incarceration rate is so high due to the lack of intelligence when it comes to committing a crime by the person that committed the crime. 'Cause 9 times out of 10 they was under the influence of something, and 9 times out of 10 it was stepped on. It wasn't right. You hear me? They knew it wasn't right, or they done, they done wigged out. They done crashed into something. They done fell asleep. They done woke up with the rod in their hand, you hear me? Now they gone to jail, you hear me? It's a, it's a cycle going on. You hear me? That need to be broken down here in Louisiana, man. It's really real. You know, they already know the judicial system is crooked down here in that boot in Louisiana, especially in Catahoula Parish, man. We got the most crooked judicial system down here in Catahoula Parish, man, especially in Jonesville, you heard me? Man, Catahoula Parish on the hill, man. I'm telling you, man, the hill you don't want to go, boy. They having over 40 stabbing a month, you hear me? They ad-lifting every about 2, 3, 4 times a week. Somebody getting ad-lifted, you hear me? From Catahoula all the way to Tensau, all the way to, Rivers, DCI, man, it's going down, you hear me? Why y'all people want to be out here, want to be gangsters? But yeah, though, you going to play that street game and win that street prize. And when you go to jail, don't cry, don't be out on the jail phone. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. You miss your kids, you love your old lady. No, you, man, get off the phone, get your punk tail off the phone. You going to get slapped in the back of the head, man. Don't nobody want to hear that. You should have thought about that before you came in here. Man, you just saying that because you won't be out there. You want your freedom. You really don't mean that. You going to go out there and disrespect that. So you know you going to get slapped in the back of the head. Man, you don't go back, lay in your bunk and cry. You hear me? Go read your little book. You hear me? Go cry. Because y'all ain't built for half of your cowards anyway. Yeah, but we out here in the field. We ain't ducking no wreck. They know where we at. Yeah, the last body got found by somebody. Act like you didn't catch that. This video is for entertainment purpose use only. Everything is allegedly. We thugging like it's legal, ducking from them people, you heard me? It's hot, but we still on the block, you heard me? But we in the trap spot. Y'all hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. Let me know what y'all think. Leave all comments in the comment section. Yeah, we out here, we in the field with it, man. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Louisiana takeover, you heard me? But yeah, this content, you heard me? It's about them bleeders, you heard me? The bleeders and the vultures, man. It's really real. We going to South Baton Rouge all the way from 318 Louisiana, you heard me? We going to South Baton Rouge with it, man. It's about them bleeders and them vultures, you heard me? Free the bleeders, you hear me? For freedom vultures, you hear me? Rest in peace to the vultures, you hear me? Rest in peace to the bleeders. We ain't got no pics. It's just content, you hear me? I am the original content creator, you hear me? And we really be out here in the field, you hear me? So yeah, act like you ain't catch that, you hear me? For real, man. This, #1 content creator. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Man, Louisiana, we in the building, you heard me? Yeah, Louisiana takeover, Louisiana, we running everything. Best everything, best food, best rapper, best everything. You name it, we claim it, you heard me? Yeah, tap back in.
What up YouTube? We right back at it with another tragedy in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They ain't playing in that rack. Y'all must haven't heard what Boosie said in his song. Mama told me never leave my pistol at home cause two lit niggas of the other side got smash on the corner cause shit real up in my city at freaking war zone. Make sure like, comment and subscribe to Louisiana Takeover YouTube channel for the best content on YouTube. The year just began and Baton Rouge is off to a fast pace in violence. Bodies dropping every day allegedly in Baton Rouge. These young niggas ain't playing, don't get caught lacking. In this content we're reporting on a member of the Bleedas got hit up at a house party last night. Them vultures trying to up the score allegedly, and everything in this video is allegedly. It's for entertainment purpose use only. I am the original content creator. Yes, Louisiana is the most violent state it is. Let me know who y'all think is Mr. Louisiana. Man unalive after a shooting at house party on Maverick Avenue. A man is unalive following a shooting at a house party early Sunday morning, according to the Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office. The victim was identified as Jared Jermaine Dorsey, 19. He was a member of the Bleedas. Free real Bleeda, by the way. Detectives were called to the 900 block of Maverick Avenue at around 2 a.m. on January 11th after reports of a man being shot. Deputies learned the victim was taken to a local hospital, where he later passed away from his injuries. The incident remains under investigation. Anyone with information is asked to contact the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office. No snitching, keep it street now guys. Retaliation is a must, not cooperation. Police are investigating the death of a person found suffering from a gunshot wound on a front porch in Baton Rouge. You can't even sit out and enjoy yourself without ducking from a switch these days. Investigators said they discovered Gregory Lee, 31, around 11:10 p.m. on Saturday, January 10th. He was located on the porch of a home on Convention Street near N11th Street. So if you ever come to Louisiana on vacation, it's a very strong possibility that you might leave on probation. Louisiana is different, it's so much hatred out here. Thank y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the content. I will be back with another video, so make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel Louisiana Takeover.
Some Southside King, legend, out the Baton Rouge, you heard me? Out there rack, you heard me? Yeah, subscribe button, you heard me? This content about how that Nick, the one Boosie rap on, Lil One, the gangster Nick, just the person who stepped on him behind Kevin Gates, you heard me? Rest in peace to D-Dub, man. Now y'all tap in. Yeah, Kevin Gates a real one. Yeah, act like you don't know. Yeah, Gates is a real one out here, you know? And really put in work in the streets, you know? You know, the same streets he rap about, he never
What up
lived
YouTube,
that,
it's Louisiana Takeover.
facts.
Make sure smash that like button and subscribe button.
D-Dub,
This is
you
the
know?
#1
This
content creator
right
channel.
D-Dub,
In this content we will discuss
Kevin
how
Gates
Baton Rouge,
affiliate,
Louisiana is
homeboy,
running
you
the
heard me? Got
homicide
took
rate
out by
already in
Lil' Fan,
January of
RP to Lil' Fan,
2026.
allegedly.
So hope you enjoy, and please whatever you don't get caught slipping in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you hear me? 3 hurt in Friday night, Saturday morning shootings in Baton Rouge. Is really the dumb way out there, so you have to be about your boo scenes. Let's get into some details. This is entertainment purpose use only, everything is allegedly. Police are investigating 3 shootings that left 3 people hurt in Baton Rouge. According to investigators, one of the shootings happened around 6 p.m. Friday, January 9th, on North 44th Street near Gus Young Avenue. Police said one person suffered injuries but is expected to survive. About an hour later at 7 p.m., police got a call about a separate shooting scene on 68th Avenue near Pembroke Street. Emergency workers had to take one person to a hospital with injuries that are not considered life-threatening. Gunfire also kept the Baton Rouge Police Department busy early Saturday morning, January 10. Officers responded to a scene around 2:40 a.m. on North Foster Drive near Prescott Road. One person suffered injuries that are not life-threatening. It don't stop there. When I say Chicago ain't messing with Baton Rouge, they better stand down and leave Louisiana people alone, cause they're completely a different breed than in other states. 16-year-old unalive, one arrested in accidental shooting on Ozark Street in Baton Rouge. Jerry Smith, 24, is accused of accidentally shooting an unaliving 16-year-old Charleston Wright on Ozark Street near Delaware Street around 9:35 p.m. A woman has been arrested in the fatal shooting of an 18-year-old Thursday in a domestic-related incident, Baton Rouge police said. The suspect, Paulasia Banks, 19, turned herself into police, accompanied by her attorney, and was booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on account of first-degree murder, police said. The shooting happened shortly after 2 p.m. Thursday in the 1700 block of Columbus Dunn Drive. The victim, Cassidy Jackson, 18, was found suffering from a gunshot wound. She was transported to the hospital, where she later died, police said. Baton Rouge, WAFB, one person is critically injured and has been transported to a hospital after a shooting in the intersection of Heidel Avenue and Brookstown Drive, according to the Baton Rouge Emergency Medical Services. Officials confirmed the shooting happened at around 1 p.m. Victim identified in deadly shooting that stemmed from argument. The Baton Rouge Police Department is investigating a shooting that left one person dead on Thursday morning, Jan. 8. Police said the deadly shooting happened around 8:30 a.m. in the 2800 block of Alaska Street. Authorities identified the victim as 27-year-old Alfred Hyams. Upon arrival to the scene, police say they found Hyams suffering from a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead. Man arrested after allegedly shooting woman, injuring two others in Port Allen Casino parking lot. This is in Port Allen. It's across the river from Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge people call it country and say Port Allen is not Baton Rouge, but Port Allen is 2-5, so you can't take that all way. Baton Rouge y'all are 2-5. Port Allen ain't no pushover. They are respected in the Baton Rouge streets. Port Allen. A man was arrested Friday night after he allegedly shot a woman and injured two others after an altercation in the parking lot of a Port Allen casino, authorities say. The West Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office said Jalen Ferguson, 22, was arrested after allegedly shooting a woman in the leg. Around 10 p.m. Friday, bullet fragments struck two other victims during the altercation. Investigators say two women went to a Port Allen residence to confront Ferguson. As they arrived, Ferguson and another woman were leaving the residence. The two women reportedly followed Ferguson to Emerald Palace Casino, where they confronted him in the parking lot. During the altercation, officials say Ferguson was pepper sprayed, and soon after, he took out his gun and shot one of the women in the leg. When deputies arrived, they noticed Ferguson driving away from the scene. Deputies stopped the vehicle, and Ferguson was booked into the West Baton Rouge Parish Detention Center on 2 counts of aggravated second-degree battery. So Baton Rouge, Louisiana is dangerous and it's not safe. It's 2026 and Baton Rouge is already leading in most dangerous states. Louisiana has a violent crime rate of approximately 548 offenses occurring for every 100,000 people, according to USA Facts. 2025 homicide and crime numbers down in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge recorded fewer homicides this year. According to the police department's statistics, crime as a whole was down in 2025. 025. In 2025, there have been 70 murders so far. Last year at this point, the city counted 80 murders, and the year closed with 84. Police say juvenile-related homicides have also dropped. BRPD has arrested 11 juveniles in connection with murders, down from 16 in 2024. The department also says property crime was down as well. Burglary dropped by 4.12%. Theft declined by 14.51%, and vehicle burglary fell by 26.43%. Police also reported a 30.24%
What it do, tap in, tap in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, you heard me? But yeah, though, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's Real Louisiana Stores, you hear me? Real Louisiana Stores. Y'all tap in. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, man. Y'all know what time it is, you know. This is about some Southside Kingpins, legend. Out Baton Rouge, you hear me? Out there rack, you hear me? Yeah, subscribe button, you hear me? What it do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Louisiana Takeover, we out here, y'all heard me? Y'all see it in the content. Yeah, this content about, you know, D-Dub, you heard me? RP to D-Dub, real Kingpin legend out that South Baton Rouge, you heard me? Was took out, you heard me, by one of, you know, BBG affiliates, you heard me? But yeah, we're gonna get into the content. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Y'all know how we rockin', man. We in Louisiana with it, man. Yeah, this content about how that Nick, the one Boosie rapped on, Lil One, the gangster Nick, just the person who stepped on him behind Kevin Gates, you heard me? Rest in peace to D-Dub, man. Man, y'all tap in. Yeah, Kevin Gates a real one. Yeah, act like you don't know. Yeah, Gates is a real one out here, you know? And really put in work in the streets, you know? You know, the same streets he rap about, he done lived that, you hear me? Yeah, facts. But yeah, though, RP to D-Dub, you know? This content right here about D-Dub. You know, Kevin Gates affiliate, homeboy, you hear me? Got took out by Lil Fan, RP to Lil Fan, allegedly. What it do, y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, man. It's Louisiana Takeover, man. Real Louisiana, man. You heard me? Yeah, y'all see the content. Number one content creator, man. Leave all comments in the comment section. You heard me? Y'all know I be rocking, man. Yeah, from 318 to 225, man. Yeah, RP to D-Dub. Yeah, shout out to Kevin Gates. Shout out to Boosie, you heard me? Yeah. Hope y'all like the content. Forget about the fat RP the youngin', you heard me? That's who turned, you know? Yeah, that's who really turned Finn Light on. You heard me? That's who really, you know, stamped him. Because you know, Lil Fat was one of the first ones to put him in his songs and his music. And you know, Lil Finn was wilding out there in the streets, you know, thugging like it's legal ducking from them people. So RP to Lil Fat, RP to Lil Finn, RP to D-Dub. Shout out to Kevin Gates, shout out to Boosie, you heard me? Yeah, shout out to Baton Rouge. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, Louisiana Takeover YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe. this content about how that Nick, the one Boosie rap on, Lil One, the gangster Nick, just the person who stepped on him behind Kevin Gates, you heard? Rest in peace to D-Dub, man. Man, y'all tap in. Yeah, Kevin Gates a real one. Yeah, act like you don't know. Yeah, Gates is a real one out here, you know? And really put in work in the streets, you know? You know, the same streets he rap about, he
What
never
up,
lived
YouTube? It's Louisiana Takeover.
Facts.
Make sure smash that like button and subscribe button. This is the #1 content creator channel. In this content, we will discuss how Baton Rouge, Louisiana is running the homicide rate already in January of 2026. So hope you enjoy and please whatever you don't get caught slipping in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you hear me? 3 hurt in Friday night, Saturday morning shootings in Baton Rouge. Is really the dumb way out there, so you have to be about your boo scenes. Let's get into some details. This is entertainment purpose use only. Everything is allegedly. Police are investigating 3 shootings that left 3 people hurt in Baton Rouge. According to investigators, one of the shootings happened around 6 p.m. Friday, January 9th, on North 44th Street near Gus Young Avenue. Police said one person suffered injuries but is expected to survive. About an hour later at 7 p.m., police got a call about a separate shooting scene on 68th Avenue near Pembroke Street. Emergency workers had to take one person to a hospital with injuries that are not considered life-threatening. Gunfire also kept the Baton Rouge Police Department busy early Saturday morning, January 10th. Officers responded to a scene around 2:40 a.m. on North Foster Drive near Prescott Road. One person suffered injuries that are not life-threatening. It don't stop there. When I say Chicago ain't messing with Baton Rouge, they better stand down and leave Louisiana people alone, cause they're completely a different breed than in other states. 16-year-old unalive, one arrested in accidental shooting on Ozark Street in Baton Rouge. Jerry Smith, 24, is accused of accidentally shooting an unaliving 16-year-old Charleston Wright on Ozark Street near Delaware Street around 9:35 p.m. A woman has been arrested in the fatal shooting of an 18-year-old Thursday in a domestic-related incident, Baton Rouge police said. The suspect, Paulasia Banks, 19, turned herself into police, accompanied by her attorney, and was booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on account of first-degree murder, police said. The shooting happened shortly after 2 p.m. Thursday in the 1700 block of Columbus Dunn Drive. The victim, Cassidy Jackson, 18, was found suffering from a gunshot wound. She was transported to the hospital, where she later died, police said. Baton Rouge, WAFB, one person is critically injured and has been transported to a hospital after a shooting in the intersection of Heidel Avenue and Brookstown Drive, according to the Baton Rouge Emergency Medical Services. Officials confirmed the shooting happened at around 1 p.m. Victim identified in deadly shooting that stemmed from argument. The Baton Rouge Police Department is investigating a shooting that left one person dead on Thursday morning, Jan. 8. Police said the deadly shooting happened around 8:30 a.m. in the 2800 block of Alaska Street. Authorities identified the victim as 27-year-old Alfred Hyams. Upon arrival to the scene, police say they found Hyams suffering from a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead. Man arrested after allegedly shooting woman, injuring 2 others in Port Allen Casino parking lot. This is in Port Allen. It's across the river from Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge people call it country and say Port Allen is not Baton Rouge, but Port Allen is 2-5, so you can't take that all way. Baton Rouge y'all are 2-5. Port Allen ain't no pushover. They are respected in the Baton Rouge streets. Port Allen. A man was arrested Friday night after he allegedly shot a woman and injured 2 others after an altercation in the parking lot of a Port Allen casino, authorities say. The West Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office said Jalen Ferguson, 22, was arrested after allegedly shooting a woman in the leg. Around 10 p.m. Friday, bullet fragments struck 2 other victims during the altercation. Investigators say 2 women went to a Port Allen residence to confront Ferguson. As they arrived, Ferguson and another woman were leaving the residence. The 2 women reportedly followed Ferguson to Emerald Palace Casino, where they confronted him in the parking lot. During the altercation, officials say Ferguson was pepper sprayed, and soon after, he took out his gun and shot one of the women in the leg. When deputies arrived, they noticed Ferguson driving away from the scene. Deputies stopped the vehicle, and Ferguson was booked into the West Baton Rouge Parish Detention Center on 2 counts of aggravated second-degree battery. So Baton Rouge, Louisiana is dangerous and it's not safe. It's 2026 and Baton Rouge is already leading in most dangerous states. Louisiana has a violent crime rate of approximately 548 offenses occurring for every 100,000 people, according to USA Facts. 2025 homicide and crime numbers down in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge recorded fewer homicides this year. According to the police department's statistics, crime as a whole was down in 2025. 025. In 2025, there have been 70 murders so far. Last year at this point, the city counted 80 murders, and the year closed with 84. Police say juvenile-related homicides have also dropped. BRPD has arrested 11 juveniles in connection with murders, down from 16 in 2024. The department also says property crime was down as well. Burglary dropped by 4.12%, theft declined by 14.51%, and vehicle burglary fell by 26.43%. Police also reported a 30.24%
What it do, tap in, tap in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, you heard me? But yeah, though, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's Real Louisiana Stores, you hear me? Real Louisiana Stores. Y'all tap in. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, man. Y'all know what time it is, you know. This is about some Southside Kingpins, legend. Out Baton Rouge, you hear me? Out that rack, you hear me? Yeah, subscribe button, you hear me? What it do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Louisiana Takeover, we out here, y'all heard me? Y'all see it in the content. Yeah, this content about, you know, D-Dub, you heard me? RP to D-Dub, real Kingpin, legend out that South Baton Rouge, you heard me? Was took out, you heard me? About one of, you know, BBG affiliates, you heard me? But yeah, we're gonna get into the content. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Y'all know how we rocking, man. We in Louisiana with it, man. Yeah, this content about how Lil Nick, the one Boosie rapped on, Lil One, the gangster Nick, just the person who stepped on him behind Kevin Gates, you heard me? Rest in peace to D-Dub, man. Man, y'all tap in. Yeah, Kevin Gates a real one. Yeah, act like you don't know. Yeah, Gates is a real one out here, you know? And really put in work in the streets, you know? You know, the same streets he rap about, he done lived that, you hear me? Yeah, facts. But yeah, the RP to D-Dub, you know? This content right here about D-Dub. You know, Kevin Gates affiliate, homeboy, you hear me? Got took out by Lil Fan, RP to Lil Fan, allegedly. What it do, y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, man. It's Louisiana Takeover, man. Real Louisiana, man. You heard me? Yeah, y'all see the content. Number one content creator, man. Leave all comments in the comment section. You heard me? Y'all know how we rocking, man. Yeah, from 318 to 225, man. Yeah, RP to D-Dub. Yeah, shout out to Kevin Gates. Shout out to Boosie, you heard me? Yeah. Hope y'all like the content. Forget about the fat RP the youngin', you heard me? That's who turned, you know. Yeah, that's who really turned Finn Light on. You heard me? That's who really, you know, stamped him. Because you know, Lil Fat was one of the first ones to put him in his songs and his music. And you know, Lil Finn was wilding out there in the streets, you know, thugging like it's legal ducking from them people. So RP to Lil Fat, RP to Lil Finn, RP to D-Dub. Shout out to Kevin Gates, shout out to Boosie, you heard me? Yeah, shout out to Baton Rouge. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, Louisiana Takeover YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe. What it do, what it do, we out here with it, Louisiana Takeover. Y'all smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, you heard me? Y'all know how we rockin', we in the streets with it, in the field with it. Everything is allegedly. This video is entertainment purpose use only. Go hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to all my YouTube channel. Make sure you leave all comments in the comment section, you heard me? And right now we just in the field with it. We out here nighttime, 318 Jonesville representing, you heard me? Dark outside, the vultures out, snakes out, slimes out, gorillas out, you name it. We in Louisiana, you heard me? They out here. They beefing on the next block, you heard me? But we still out here, reporting, bringing y'all the best content. Yeah, you got everybody out, you heard me? Really dumb out here. Waiting on the homie to pull up, you heard me? They be tripping. Somebody in Louisiana tell you they about to pull up in 30 minutes. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be another hour and 25 minutes, man. They never on time, you heard me? These people give you the run around, and they see why they go on the ground. And this is allegedly. This video is entertainment purpose use only, but yeah, man, this dude tripping. You need to go here. Go on here, hurry and pull up, man. You know it's hot out here. They beefing out here. Police hot out here. Homicide riding out here. Come on, man. You know what's going on. I'm 2 streets over. 2 houses down, 2 blocks around. From the people we into it with, you heard me? They know we on that evil side, south side. Baton Rouge, you already know why we rocking, man. But we out here. You see, I'm in the streets with it. Location drop. Cross that track, you heard me? But I'm uptown bound. I am not TSB. I'm UPT, you heard me? Uptown to the fullest, you heard me? We represent uptown to the fullest. That's me, 5th Street in Maine, you heard me? From the 5th to the 10th to Wawa Willow to G Street to Division Street to E.A. Johnson Boulevard, you heard me? Uptown. It's an uptown thing. Ain't nothing bigger than the U. But shout out to cross that track, though, you know? They hold, you know, you gotta recognize where you at when you cross that track, you heard me? And I do hold it down, you heard me? But they know what I stand for. Yeah, them people out there having a good time, you heard me? People out on the block, you heard me? You know, nighttime, doing our thing, reporting, bringing the best content on YouTube, because them other YouTubers lying, scared, putting out false narratives and false stories and believing in this and believing in that. And I ain't believing in nothing, you heard me? Waiting on this dude to come, man. Man, still ain't pulled up, son. But we had to go with the move, YouTube. Let me know in the comment section. What it do, tap in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, Louisiana Takeover. Y'all go and subscribe to the channel, go check out my latest content. I'm in Louisiana, Mr. Louisiana, 318 holding it down. You're all the way to 225-504-337. They know how it go, you heard me? You know, one of the realest YouTube channels that's doing it, so go and subscribe, you heard me? Never know what's going on, you heard me? You gotta watch every vehicle, you heard me? Man, vehicles be popping up left and right, man. I'm 2 blocks down, 3 corners round, 2 houses down from where the house be. Oh, nah. Yeah, that robot speaking, blowing the horn, you see it. Still gotta watch that. They'll speak and blow the horn, let the window down and let something else blow. Act like he ain't catch that, but this video is entertainment purpose use only. Everything is allegedly, man. We be out here in the hood doing our thing, trying to get it in, just grinding, man. Just grinding. Yeah, go on like the channel, go on support the channel, you heard me, Louisa? Nah. We about to get ready to walk to the store in a little while.
Hey, look, Coach Chicken was on your porch earlier too.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Alright. I got doggone poke chicken. You gonna get it, boy. You gonna get flipped in that wheelchair, boy. Boy, people don't care about you being in no wheelchair. They'll put your feet up there by the airport. Boy, what's wrong with you, boy? Take your wheelchair and been through it all the way across town. Now you gotta crawl across town to get your wheelchair. Boy, you know what you doing out here. You fair game. Ain't no feeling sorry for you, man. Get caught coming slipping around this way again, boy, and watch and see what happened. And this is YouTube entertainment purpose use only. Everything is allegedly. #1 content creator. Louisiana holding it down, putting it down, representing that 318 to that 225-504. They already know how it go, 337. But yeah, though, we be out here doing our thing, man. Just reporting, trying to bring the best content, trying to get monetized by any means, you heard me? So I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this video out there. We trying to get monetized, you heard me? Yeah, we be doing our thing. So you gotta watch every block that hit the vehicle in Louisiana, man. There's some snakes, there's some rhymers, man. Man, the beef is real in the field. What you hear them rappers rapping about? Man, it really be real, man. Louisiana rappers ain't just capping, man. They really live that. Facts, stamp that. For real. It goes down in that boo, man. For real, man. We already leading in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Lafayette, Lake Charles, Alexandria, Shreveport, Monroe, Bossier City, Jonesville, Fairley, Opelousas, Alexandria. Man, come on now. We already got New Iberia. There's too many places in Louisiana already on the map for the wrong thing and not the right thing. You heard me? But yeah, though, we be out here, man, doing our thing, man, recording live. I'm in the streets with it, man. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't ducking nothing. I ain't running from nothing. I ain't scared from nothing. I ain't hiding from nothing. If it's up forever with me, baby. Free let your shit, you heard me? Yeah, free all them boys out that back, you heard me? Free let Rambo. Free let Cam, you heard me? Free all them boys out that jam. I heard, what's that new gas pack gas or what? They homeboy would have still been alive if they ain't gas him up. Allegedly. But yeah, though, man, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, man. We in Louisiana with it. We're going to try to finesse our way through this thing, you heard me? I'm going to show y'all how it go, man, because they be tripping down here, man, you heard me? You know the lit police always harassing somebody, you heard me? We try to go to the lit store, get us a lit cigar, you heard me? They want to know what we doing. We walk out, go check our lit mailbox. They want to know why we checking that lit mailbox. We just trying to get our lit mail out the lit mailbox, you heard me? Can't even do that. People walking, they lit dogs, you heard me? Police pulling over. They talking about, man, we just walking out that dog, you heard me? And police, they got a problem with that, man. Every little thing we do, you heard me? Hey, yeah, but it's gonna change, you heard me? They know what's up. I was somebody by Vashon.
Okay, so what? Wait on Z.
northeast, then make a U-turn.
Well, I had to flip from the Mississippi.
What?
I got a license.
You have a lot of. Hold you. Really? You gotta smoke again.
They be thieving in Natchez. They hate Louisiana. Mississippi license plates. They hate to see Louisiana license plates. They ain't got no NBA young boy in Mississippi. Here we go. What it do, y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, man. It's Louisiana Takeover, man. Real Louisiana, man. You heard me? Yeah, y'all see the content. #1 content creator, man. Leave all comments in the comment section. You heard me? Y'all know I be rocking, man. Yeah, from 318 to 225, man. Yeah, RP to D-Dub. Yeah, shout out to Kevin Gates. Shout out to Boosie, you heard me? Yeah. Hope y'all like the content. What it do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Louisiana Takeover, we out here, y'all heard me, y'all see it in the content. Yeah, this content about, you know, D-Dub, you heard me, RP to D-Dub, real kingpin, legend out that South Baton Rouge, you heard me, was took out, you heard me, about one of, you know, BBG affiliates, you heard me. But yeah, we're gonna get into the content. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Y'all know how we rocking, man. We in Louisiana with it, man. Yeah, this content about how Lil Nick, the one Boosie rapped on, Lil One, the gangster Nick, just the person who stepped on him behind Kevin Gates, you heard me. Rest in peace to D-Dub, man. Man, y'all tap in. He was a pervert?
The old man that drives a truck like that.
Might be, knowing him in Catahoula Parish. That's all we got in Catahoula Parish.
Look, I'm sitting in the car right now, and I'm you know, it's raining outside, so, and it got me thinking about when I was locked up in August, like in 2008, and Hurricane Gustav came. But we just came back from Catahoula, you did? We just came back from Catahoula, and we came out there and made a blank trip because the courtroom was closed because of the weather and shit like that. Now here it is when we get to Central Booking. Central Booking packed as a mug. It's packed as a mug, man. I'm talking about, bro. We in the part where they taking off our shackles and shit like that because they brought us from Catahoula straight to the parish because the court closed, and they taking off the shackles. And I'm looking in the cages, you heard me, in the front in Central Booking. I'm looking in that bitch because I'm noticing they got more people than average in there. You know what I'm saying? But the sheriffs started bringing people in, alcoholics and everything. You know what I'm saying? The storm about to get ready to hit. So They didn't have no room for to put us on line. So it kept getting packed and packed and packed, so they finally up and decided to open up a part in the Q building. Here the shit go. So they got like about, I ain't lying, about like 100 of us. And they got the part where you gotta pick up your mattress, because if you don't pick up your mattress as you walk, you're not guaranteed to getting up because they got that many people in there. Real shit. They got that many people in there. So as I go to get my mattress, I'm looking at a dude in front of me turn around and said, "It's a nice mattress, thug." Real shit, he just said it's a nice mattress, and it sounded weird, but I wasn't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So we all going in the Q building, we go in that bitch, and we on, I forgot what it was Q something. But it was filthy as a motherfucker. I ain't lying, based on a true story. It was filthy as a motherfucker. And when I tell you, they told us just to catch the flow. You know what I'm saying? Catch the flow, catch the spot, and shit like that. The old prison flooded up because the rain starting to rain, and it's raining through parts of that bitch. Real shit. Now here it is. They got a bunch of dudes in there. They got no deputies to watch everybody, and they're just leaving them. Now here, the kicker part is the phones ain't coming on, so dudes can't call home to check on their family. Like they gave a fuck about them when they was out in the street. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? They getting mad and shit like that there. You know what I'm saying? The TV ain't coming on because that part really lost power. And I remember when the generator kicked on, and it kicked on for us, it kicked on for them, other people, you heard, for the people to look inside the keys and shit so they can see. They can't see us where all the drama supposed to be about to happen. You dig what I'm saying? So, as they started bringing in more and more people to the Q building while we laying down comfortably on our mattress on the floor, straight floor, no beds, nothing, straight floor. And some people, we noticed some people starting to come in without no mattress. And the shit started right then and there. They got dudes coming in there figuring that they on their way, they could just up and take a nigga shit. Real shit. I was so happy that I wasn't the first person that they tried to make an example out of. I seen a dude get up to go take a piss over there to the pistol. Real shit. And as he came back, the guards was bringing in a whole line of more dudes in that shit. So as a dude walking in there with his slippers, he just looking and shit, looking both ways and looking on the floor. I'm sitting over there with my cover over me like I'm sleeping, but I'm really looking, trying to pay attention. So as I noticed, he went and sat over there on that mat. And old boy told him, he said, "Bro, that ain't your mattress, bro. You need to get up out that bitch." So as I'm looking at them, getting ready to argue over the mattress, they wind up, start fighting over the mattress. Dudes told them, "Come on, let's finish dancing in the shower where the people can't see them." They already can't see us because they ain't got no fucking body around that bitch. So as I noticed, while they was fighting over the mattress, I noticed some more dudes coming in there, and they figured they could do the same shit. But dudes them really over there fighting over the mattress, over the people shit, the state shit. You dig what I'm saying? But they got dudes coming in now because the prison's so packed, and they don't have all that shit. So some of them started coming in there just with blankets. And then some of them started coming in there without blankets. So I noticed late that night, you heard the gates rack. And what they did, they racked open, and the guards didn't know the bitches was open. I noticed dudes started getting up and just looking out that bitch. Real shit. Based on a true story, they started getting up looking out this shit. And man, I know this dude started walking on the hall, running on the hall like they free and shit. This shit was like a movie. You don't believe me when I'm telling you this shit is real based on true story. And as they was doing that shit, I heard the door open. And as the door opened, I heard feet, bare feet, they just running. And I heard guards chasing them, and they got the mace. So this is what they decided to do. They come in there, man, they came in there deep. Man, they like about 30 deputies, man. 30 of them bitches. Young, old, white, ugly, black, Mexican. They was all in that bitch. Man, and they got us all lined up on the wall, you heard me? And as we all lined up on the wall, I'm telling you based on true story, we lined up on the wall. The guards come around that bitch with some mace. Listen what I'm saying. They come around that bitch with some mace. They come with the mace, and they started spraying everybody in the face, in the space. And as they getting closer and closer, I'm looking at dudes coughing, coughing and shit, and can't see nothing. And I'm looking at them getting closer to me, so I call myself trying to block the shit to go and back me down. And they all, like 3 or 4 of them bitches came and just sprayed me all the way down, all the way down. I can't see this shit. I'm doing like this here. I'm doing like this here. I'm trying to open my eyes. I'm feeling the back of the brick wall that I'm on. I'm hearing other dudes starting to holler and shit because the shit hitting them so hard. The shit had me itching and everything. I'm telling you real shit. Based on the truth, I can't stand that motherfucking prison. But they had the other dudes was spraying as they passed me up. And I remember myself trying to go run to the shower, and I'm not knowing that I'm not supposed to really put no water on this shit. You know what I'm saying? And as I'm going to put water on this shit, I'm telling you, the shit started burning the fuck out of me, man. I was sitting there, my eyes, it was like I was just rubbing it and telling me to stop rubbing it. And I remember myself, they calling me out after they sprayed me. God damn. They decided to take me go to the medic. And when I went to the medic, man, the medic was, if anybody knows, the medic supposed to be laid back, is up there to the front by the people, and supposed to be safe and shit, real shit. I went to the medic and I called myself, they came and they told me to sit down. And I sit on the bench and a nurse came to see me, and she tried to open my eyes, and as she tried to open my eyes, I grabbed her hand. I said, ma'am, that shit burned. The guard grabbed me and said, you gotta go see your ship, let us check it or not. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know when somebody big, you ain't gotta see him, you can hear him. And as I see myself, the nurse, she got up and she walked me, the guard opened up another door. And as he opened up the door, I can't see, I'm really feeling my way through, and I'm feeling him as he's telling me to follow him. Come on, like I can fucking see. So as I noticed I thought he was leading me to this bed here on the right side, when he really was just telling me to get in the bed on the left side. And as I noticed I was getting in the bed on the right side, I was sitting down and I started feeling something that just didn't feel comfortable to me, real shit. And I felt, and I put my hand on it, and they got a dude with a casket up on his leg, and he gets up and started grabbing me and talking about he won't fight with one fucking leg. Man, if you don't sit your broke-legged ass down, that's the way I'm standing mine. So as I'm in this bitch, and I'm laying in the bed now, it's storming. The little power they had in that bitch, that shit that went out. A lady come in there and she asked me, is I'm all right, and shit like that. And I'm telling you, all that weekend I went through hell. So I noticed that next morning when I woke up and I looked and tried to open up my eyes was real stiff, they was tight, and it was bloodshot red. The guards come in there and they come in there and I see they call out a list, and the list was supposed to go back to where we was. Man, now here the kicker part is, when I left out that bitch, I had a mattress. Real shit. I had a mattress when I left out that bitch. But when I went back to that bitch, the mattress that I thought was mine wasn't mine no more. They got a dude sitting up there on the brick wall, laying down with his feet halfway down in the back up on the mattress that was supposed to be mine, that I thought was still mine. I go over there, I see my bag open and shit like that. It's been open. Shit looked like it's been out of place, and I noticed it because I noticed that's how I didn't leave my shit. Because when all this other shit, I was holding my shit tight. You know what I'm saying? So as I noticed that shit, I asked Woden, that's what the words they use. I was asking Woden, do you mind if I get my mattress? Dude looking at me started talking about how bad you want it and shit like that. I said, check this out, you can have it. All I did was went up there to the gate and stood up for a little while. And as I stood up a little while, I had my 2 blankets and a half a pillow that the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison gave me for to cock my head on. I had that. Decided to go lay over there by the phones because that's the only spots looked like they had open, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to go over there and lay by the phones. And as I went lay by the phones, on the concrete, with one gray wool blanket, half holes in this bitch, and another one on top of me, I'm laying on this bitch, and I notice this bitch is hard. And ain't shit I could do about it because I put myself in that situation. Man, the crazy part to come about, they come in there with some trays, and the dudes had carts, and they had cups. I don't know if they miscounted or what, or did they count it all, because they didn't have enough for everybody to go around. Now here the problem goes, if you're hungry, you really have to fight for that shit. And I didn't figure that I was that hungry, but you know what I'm saying? But as it got to me, they got a bag and a cup. They got about 50 other motherfuckers lined up behind me who about to be shot of this bag and this cup. That's what I was thinking. Man. Say, bro, to tell y'all this shit. You know, it's crazy when you got to fight over some shit that really ain't for nobody. The people just getting it to you and it's free. And I knew in my mind that they was fucking coming back to give us these people some more shit. But actuality, they really wasn't coming. And I didn't know for sure wasn't they coming or not. I took my chance and started eating the fucking cookies. And the half a sandwich, where there's a whole sandwich split in half. I'm looking at the dudes for strange reason. I'm the only one out there. Everybody else seems to be worried about these other fucking 49, 50 dudes right here. I look to my right and I'm dude watching me eat and I'm eating. I'm smacking, I ain't lying. Shit good. I ain't ate nothing from that night all the way to that time. Real shit. And look, then when I was eating that bitch, I was eating it and I was smacking. The dude was looking on side me and he was mugging me. It really didn't pay me no fucking attention and it didn't bother me because, you know, I got one more half a sandwich left. Dude telling me, man, you ain't gonna share none of that with me and shit like that. I'm like, man, this bitch is about to be gone, thug. That's what I call it. Man, that dude said, you don't know me like that to be calling me no thug and all this other shit like this. And then all of a sudden, guess what? Nigga got that bitch and slapped that bitch out my hand. That bitch hit the floor. Talking about you don't like it, go get it up out there. I ain't tripping about the sandwich. I did eat the other half. Man, but I just had to tell y'all about the time with Gustav. Stay tuned.